Boxing fans, get ready. 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most electrifying years the sport has seen in decades. After months of rumors, speculation, and heated exchanges, it's finally official. Gervonta "Tank" Davis will face off against the undefeated legend, Floyd "Money" Mayweather, in September 2025. This isn't just another fight. It could be the defining moment of Tank's career as he prepares to retire from the sport. But how did we get to this point? And why does this matchup feel more like a battle for dominance than just a fight? Let's break it all down. Tank sent shockwaves through the boxing world when he announced that 2025 would be his final year in the ring.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Fans were stunned. Why would a fighter at the top of his game, with so much left to accomplish, decide to step away? But for Tank, it's simple. He wants to go out on his terms, cementing his legacy and leaving no questions about his greatness.
Are you retiring?
What changed? What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Tomato.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the whole shit.
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like like say you got to walk today.
With retirement on the horizon, the pressure to take on high-stakes fights has never been greater. That's why his recent matchup against Lamont Roach left fans more puzzled than excited.
Beat his ass.
You can't do shit with. I don't give a fuck.
I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
We got the whole hood over there. Like twist it up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get f***ed up over here. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up.
Come to the fight.
Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you out your spot. They gonna trick you out your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
Sure, Roach is a tough and talented fighter, but let's be honest. This wasn't the blockbuster fight fans were hoping for from a boxer about to call it quits.
No Lamont Roach, but when you look at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at these other fighters that he should really be fighting, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all, Barry Big Bollocks, and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over, and then you fight for 15 million, and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking shit. My promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. But was it Unquell didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about 50 million. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating.
The fight generated some buzz, but ticket sales were underwhelming, and critics dismissed it as more of a warm-up than a career-defining showdown. Fans were expecting fireworks, but instead, they got a bout that felt more like a technical sparring session.
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, you know? Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people. It don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fighter on our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis, but this is a good fight.
Before the shocking announcement about Mayweather, several names were in the mix for Tank's final opponent. Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson were at the top of the list. Keyshawn has been making waves in the division, climbing the ranks and talking big, making him a serious contender.
Davis Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, and I thought he was.
Ooh, there you go right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's a young guy.
Nice combination.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah. Ooh.
It's a harder puncher.
And
He's young, hungry, and undefeated, which made a potential showdown with Tank an exciting possibility.
You know, you stole the show. You know, I know it's, you know, you're the main event. You're supposed to, but you delivered.
Right.
And you, after it, said, you know, knock, knock, Tank.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. You came over here, said light skin. A lot
Yeah.
of fight fans like when people call out and do things like that.
But only person that don't like it is him. He's kind of weird. But now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now. If I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody want to talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay. Come on.
Then there's Shakur Stevenson, a defensive mastermind with an undefeated record of his own. Many felt that for Tank to truly cement his legacy, he needed to face one of these rising stars.
Former fighter Shakur Stevenson against Gervonta Davis. In your opinion, how does that fight play out and who wins that?
Well, I'm prejudiced because even though Shakur was a form of fighter in the sense that we used to promote him, I thought he was a tremendous talent. I still think he is. And I think he'll beat any lightweight with the possible exception of Keyshawn Davis.
That's a fight we probably will never see, huh?
Neither guy wants to fight each other.
Now, Eddie Hearn is still pushing for a Shakur versus Tank showdown, aiming for somewhere around the summer.
And then you hope Tank, I know he's announced that he's retiring at the end of 2025. I don't know if you believe that or not, but
I don't know. I thought he was very sincere. Sometimes the hunt,
fed up with,
maybe, but boxing can do that to you, I think, in general. So I think that maybe he wants to do something different with his life. We can only look after our own, and that's Shakur Stevenson. And for me, Schofield, Zepeda, Tank. That's the plan for 2025. And if we were to do that, I think Shakur against Tank is one of the best fights in boxing. Two unbelievable fights.
While both fighters bring their own challenges, none of them carry the history, drama, and sheer significance of a fight against Floyd Mayweather.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel. And he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was. For real? That's what I was told at the time.
The rivalry with Floyd is more than personal. It's intense. For a final fight, nothing else could compare to the sheer impact of Tank versus money.
New deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name. They could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yep.
Ryan Garcia.
Yep.
Devin Haney.
Yep.
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence.
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. 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 September. November.
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think's the most difficult opponent for you?
Floyd Mayweather.
To understand why this fight is inevitable, you have to look at the complicated history between Tank and Floyd. What began as a mentor-protege bond quickly turned into one of the most bitter rivalries in boxing. Floyd Mayweather was once Tank's biggest supporter, guiding him and shaping him into the star he is now.
Tank Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi.
But things quickly went downhill. Tank felt like Floyd was trying to control his career instead of letting him make his own choices. On the other hand, Floyd saw Tank as ungrateful, someone who didn't appreciate the opportunities he'd been given.
Tell Floyd to get on live. Tell him show where he at. Yo, them people over in Dubai that money. Tell him get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia money too. Out here scamming. On live right now.
Things hit a breaking point when Floyd started openly supporting Tank's opponents. First, he backed Frank Martin, even helping him train for his fight against Tank. For Tank, it felt like a total betrayal. This wasn't just disrespect, it was a declaration of war.
He the one, he the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. You know? I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll picture him bad situation.
Let's be real. Floyd Mayweather has an ego bigger than any arena he's ever stepped into. He's not just obsessed with being the greatest. He's obsessed with staying the greatest. And Tank Davis represents a direct threat to that legacy.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Floyd helped build Tank up to be his successor, but now that Tank's star is shining brighter than ever, it's obvious Mayweather doesn't like being in the shadow.
Gervonta Davis was in here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he has his big...
Tank on here?
Yeah, Tank. Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's still on here. He might have bounced. I don't know. He might have bounced. He was only on for a second. Tank, you want to come in, Tank? Can I bring you in? I would love to bring you in. Baby. Only because I know for like the longest Tank has had an issue with fight hype, with me. Pull him in.
Pull him in. Hold on.
I don't know.
How do I do it? You gotta do it.
I gotta do it. I don't know if he's still on here. Hold on, I gotta.
That's why Floyd has done everything he can to make Tank stumble. Whether it's giving insider tips to his opponents or poaching Tank's longtime trainer, Calvin Ford.
Hey Tank, real talk. Will Calvin be with you on this fight? Huh? Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. We gotta see. That's right.
What do you think about the guys yelling in the back? Did that kind of get your juices flowing like you spoke in New York? Some of that extra motivation when someone's talking in the crowd?
Like how that bet was.
The two guys, like the bet. Is all this stuff kind of added more?
No, I don't know. You know how people like...
Just
the people that come with the talent, like they always feel like they gotta be tough. And I'm all here for it.
Anything else, guys?
Yeah, 1 second.
Are you training any differently?
I'm not. We don't fight as each
Are you training any differently from this fight versus other fights?
No, not really. Nothing changed.
Floyd's been making moves behind the scenes, but Tank's not backing off. He's done with Floyd's toxic behavior.
Floyd left Bob Arum. It's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not gonna elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own.
Now, instead of letting Floyd undermine his career from the sidelines, Tank is bringing him into the ring for a fight that could finally settle their score.
Set you off and you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and
Yeah.
I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come.
The big question going into this fight is whether Floyd can handle the raw power of Gervonta Davis. Let's not forget, Tank is a knockout specialist. His left hook is legendary, and he's knocked out some of the best fighters in the game.
Gervonta Davis is the best knockout artist in boxing today. Yeah.
Easy.
He knocks out everybody. Crazy that he just looks like a regular guy, but his power is extraordinary.
And then that little extra something he got from being around Floyd for that little bit.
Gervonta's the most economical. The thing is, like, he keeps you backing up and he wears you out without even using too much energy. And then as he gets you into the later rounds, you're starting to slow down and he's just warmed up. Yep. His boxing IQ is wild.
You see all of these things of him like breaking down his opponent, and then they watch the fight that happened, and he was exactly.
He's a technician, yeah, when it comes to boxing.
Floyd, on the other hand, is a defensive mastermind, but he hasn't stepped into the ring competitively in years.
I got my own defense, man. That's the Mayweather. I got my own style in boxing. That's the Floyd Mayweather style. My dad taught me to show the rope. But the thing is this, I don't care who done it first. It's mine because I mastered it. And somebody said, the Philly shell. My thing is this, I love Philadelphia. But at the end of the day, that's the Mayweather defense.
At 48, Floyd is far from his physical prime, and Tank's aggressive style could easily overwhelm him. Gervonta Davis is built like steel.
My hands, before I go see Tank, I gotta get shots in my hands. Then I gotta make sure my hands is right, because I don't dumb him down with punches. I let him do it, you know what I'm saying? And he get to him, you all right?
Yeah.
Nigga, work. I just feel sorry for them guys that really pushed the button. Martin pushed the button, y'all see how?
Sure, Mayweather's style is designed to neutralize power punchers, but Tank isn't just any power puncher. He's one of the most dangerous finishers in the sport.
I'm tell you why he's the best puncher to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today. As
Like I said, once again, I'm talking to you, the great Roy Jones. Just correct me if I'm wrong. From his last 4 fights, I think he's gotten better at setting up punches.
After months of trash talk and betrayals, you can bet Tank is stepping into this fight with one thing on his mind: bad intentions.
Tank Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He was doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really...
With the fight officially scheduled for September 2025, the countdown has begun. This isn't just about titles or bragging rights. It's about settling a score that's been building for years. For Floyd, it's a chance to prove he's still the greatest, even in retirement. For Tank, it's his shot to silence the critics, shut down the haters, and leave a lasting statement as he wraps up his career.
He may or may not fight guys like Shakur or Devin. What would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be, in his time, which he need to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time. One ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Fame. So based on that, in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that, you know, could have fought each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think they're ever going to go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, you know, understand his path and going to go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his way out.
But make no mistake, this fight is about more than just boxing. It's personal. When 2 fighters with this much history and bad blood meet in the ring, sparks are bound to fly. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss one of our upcoming videos. Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next one.